Wow, the sky is so beautiful today. I love to spend my time watching the stars.
Yes, the night skies are amazing. You can see so many stars and the moon. And have you noticed the moon shape changes every day?
What else is there in the sky other than the stars and the moon that we see? I want to know more and more about it.
Do you think there are people living in the space? Are they humans like us?
I heard that there are aliens in other planets. I wish I could meet an alien now.
Look, look there. I can see some lights. What's that?
It's an alien!
Hello everyone. Nice to meet you.
Who are you? Are you from space?
I am an alien. Do you know anything about space? We know very little about the space and the planets. Please tell us more. Okay, I have some of your friends here to tell you about more about the sun and the solar system. Are you ready to listen?
Yes!
Yes.
Hello everyone. The solar system is made of the sun and all the smaller objects that move or orbit around it. Apart from the sun, the largest members of our solar system are the 8 major planets. The solar system is a pretty busy place. It's got all kinds of planets, moons, asteroids, comets, zipping around the sun. But how does this busy stellar neighborhood come to be? Let us listen to a story.
Our story starts about 4.6 billion years ago with a wispy cloud of dust. This cloud was part of a bigger cloud called a nebula. At some point, the cloud collapsed, mostly because of a nearby exploding star. When it collapsed, it fell in on itself, creating a disk of material surrounding it. Finally, the pressure caused by the material was so great that hydrogen atoms began to fuse into helium, giving out tremendous amount of energy. Our sun was born.
Even though the sun gobbled up more than 99% of all the stuff in this disk, there was still some material left over. Bits of material clumbled together because of gravity. Big objects collided with bigger objects, forming still bigger objects. They became big enough to be spheres. These spheres became planets and dwarf planets. Rocky planets like Earth formed near the sun. Because ice and gaseous material couldn't survive close to all that heat, gas and ice stuff collected farther away, creating the gas and ice giants. And like that, the solar system, as we know it today, was formed.
Wow, I'm so excited. Are you all ready to listen to our solar system song? We all come from a place. The entire human race depends upon our planet, racing throughout the space. There are 8 planets that orbit around the sun. Come on, we'll introduce you and name them one by one.
We all come from a place. The entire human race depends upon our planet, racing throughout the space. And
there are 8 planets that orbit around the sun. Come on, we'll introduce you and name them one by one. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
my name is Mercury. I'm the second hottest planet, the closest one to the sun. The year of myself is just 88 days. Smallest but in lots of fun.
My name is Venus. I'm the hottest planet, but the second planet from the sun. I'm the brightest planet in our solar system, and I'm too hot for anyone. My name is Earth. I'm the gonna name Olympic month.
My name is Jupiter. I'm covered in clouds. I'm the fifth planet from the sun. My giant red spot is a raging comet of ice. I'm the biggest one.
My name is Saturn. I'm brown in color. I'm the sixth planet from the sun. My outer rings are extremely thin. They are made of dust and icy chunks. My name's Uranus. I'm blue in color. I'm the seventh planet from the sun. Humans have named me the icy planet because I'm the coldest one. My name is Neptune. I am blue in color, the eighth planet from the sun. I have too many stars in my atmosphere, and I'm the furthest planet from the sun. There are 8 planets in our solar system. We revolve around the sun.
Let us learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun.
Let us know more about the solar system starting from the sun.
I am a star, a hot ball of glowing gases at the center of our solar system. Without my intense heat and energy, there won't be a life on Earth. There are billions of stars like me scattered around the Milky Way galaxy. Do you know what my temperature of the core is? It is about 27 million degrees Fahrenheit. I am 4.5 billion years old. Isn't it interesting? Wow, I am pretty old.
As we saw, sun has a huge amount of heat and energy. This energy can be used in the form of solar energy. Let us see how it is done.
So the electricity supposed to do the electricity for the sun. Sun has produced electricity from millions of years. It is the main source of the light found. It is as available like electricity or like fossil fuels.
Now let us move on to the planets.
Mercury. I am slightly bigger than Earth's moon, and I am also very similar in appearance to the moon. I don't have any moons. Since I am so near to the sun, I will never have. I can be seen without binoculars or telescopes. But since I am so near to the sun, it may be hard to see in the early evening skies. In ancient times, I was mistakenly been thought of being two different objects, the morning star and the evening star. I am pretty small.
I am the smallest planet in the solar system and the closest one to the sun. Sun appears 3 times bigger from me as compared to how it appears from the earth, and the sunlight will be 7 times brighter. Though I am very close to the sun, I am not the hottest planet. That title belongs to Venus, but I am the second hottest. Do you know that I travel around the sun faster than any other planet? That is how I got my name.
I am the second planet from the sun, and I am the closest planetary neighbor of Earth. I am the second brightest natural object in the night sky after the moon. I look like a very active planet. I have mountains and volcanoes. I am similar in size to Earth. Earth is just a little bit bigger am the hottest planet as my thick atmosphere traps heat. Just like Mercury, I don't have any moons. I can be seen easily without a telescope.
Venus. My size and structure is similar to the Earth, but I spin in clockwise direction, which is the opposite direction of most of the planets. I spin so slow that my one day is way longer than a day of Earth. Here, the sun rises every 117 Earth days. Then, as I rotate backwards, the sun rises in the west and sets in the east.
I am Earth. I am the third planet from the Sun. I was formed around 4.5 billion years ago. It's believed that the name Earth is around 1000 years old. If you notice, all of the other planets except for mine were named after Greek and Roman gods and goddesses. My name is an English German name that simply means the ground. I am the only planet known to support life in our solar system. I have two very important things that living creatures need to survive: lots of oxygen and lots of water. I am not too far or close to the sun, which makes life possible in me. About 70% of my surface is covered with water and 30% is covered with land. That is why I appear more bright and bluish when seen from outer space.
Since you live on Earth, you might think you know all about me. Not at all. Actually, you can learn a lot about me. Come on friends, let's see. Moon is my natural satellite and the fifth largest planet in our solar system. Even though you might think I am standing still, I am turning. The speed at the equator is around 1000 miles per hour. My temperature of the inner core is as high as 5400 degrees Celsius. Just like Venus and Mars, I have mountains, volcanoes and valleys.
I am Mars. It can get pretty cold on me, much colder than Earth since I am further away from the Sun. Of all planets and bodies in our solar system, I am the most explored and only planet that we send rovers to travel the landscape and collect samples and data. I am home to the highest mountain in our solar system. Mountain in our solar system, the Olympus, which is about 3 times higher than Mount Everest. You could jump around 3 times higher on me than you can on Earth.
I am also known as the red planet and the fourth planet from the sun. I have hard rocky surface that you could walk on. My surface is dry and much of it is covered with reddish dust and rocks. My surface is a reddish brown color due to rusting process of the surface minerals. Let's see some interesting facts about me. I am named after the Roman god of war. I have two small moons called Deimos and Phobos. I am more than 142 million miles from the sun. A day on me lasts 24 hours and 37 minutes. 1 year on me is 687 days long. That's 1.9 Earth years. I am the second smallest planet in the solar system.
I am the largest planet in the solar system and the fifth planet from the sun. I have more moons than any other planet. I am 2.5 times more massive than other planets in the solar system combined. I am mainly made up of gases and therefore I am known as a gas giant. I am one of 5 planets that star visible to the naked eye from Earth. Can you imagine that I am the fastest spinning planet in the solar system? I have the shortest day of all the planets. A day on me only lasts 9 hours and 55 minutes. I orbit around the sun every 11.8 Earth years. Due to this rapid rotation, I have an oblate shape with flattened poles and bulging equator. I have the strongest magnetic field of any planet in the solar system. I have 79 moons, 4 of them the Galilean moons. Europa is almost same size as Earth's moon, while Ganymede is the largest moon in the solar system. Is larger than the planet Mercury.
I am Saturn. I am the sixth planet from the Sun with the largest planetary rings in the solar system. I am the second largest planet in the solar system after Jupiter. I am unique among the planets because having beautiful ringlets around me. My rings are not solid. They are made up of bits of ice, dust and rock. You cannot stand on me because I am a massive ball made mostly of hydrogen and helium. This is the same type of gas that you put in balloons. I am the king of the moons because having total of 82 confirmed moons.
Saturn. Are you ready for some fun facts about me? I am sometimes called the jewel of the solar system. Other planets have rings, but my rings are the only ones that can be seen from Earth. All you need is a small telescope. I can float in water because I am made of gas. I go around the sun very slowly. A year on me is more than 29 Earth year. The day Saturday is named after me. I am named after Roman god of farming. 9 Earths can fit across me. I am the 7th planet from the sun. I am an icy giant. Most of my mass is hot, dense fluid material such as water, methane and ammonia above a small rocky core. Methane makes me blue in color. I am 4 times wider than the Earth. If Earth were a large apple, I would be the size of a basketball. At midnight, I rotate east to west, but I am unique in that I rotate on my side. Isn't it cool? Uranus. One of my most unique features is that I rotate on my side. If you picture the sun and the planets of the solar system on table, the other planets would rotate on or spin like tops. I, on the other hand, would roll like a marble. Most scientists agree that my odd rotation is because another large planetary object collided with me with enough force to change my tilt. I have faint rings. My inner rings are narrow and dark. My outer rings are brightly colored and easier to see. Here are some facts about me. I have 27 known moons. I am surrounded by a set of 13 rings. I spin in the opposite direction of Earth and the other planets. One day on me lasts a little over 17 hours. 17 hours and 14 minutes to be exact. I have the coldest temperature of all the other planets. It dipping as low as minus 224 degrees centigrade. I am the only planet named after a Greek god rather than a Roman god.
Hi, I am Neptune. Hi, I am Neptune. Do you know my surface gravity is almost like Earth? However, if you could stand on the surface of Neptune, you would notice something amazing. The force of gravity pulling you down in is almost exactly the same as the gravity you feel walking on Earth. My gravity is only 17% stronger than Earth.
I am encircled by 6 rings. One day only goes by in 16 hours. Such a long journey around the sun takes 165 Earth years to go around once that a long year. Had 13 moons. Was formed around 4.5 billion years ago.
I am dark, cold, and very windy. I am the last of the planets in our solar system. I am the coldest planet in our solar system. I am a bit similar to Uranus. I am made up of a thick fog of water, ammonia, and methane over an Earth-sized solid center. My atmosphere is made up of hydrogen, helium, and methane. The methane gives me the same blue color as Uranus. I have 5 rings, but it is very hard to see.
Planets have so much to share with us. I wonder how to remember their names in the right order. My very educated mother just served us noodles. Are you wondering why I'm saying this? Listen again. My very educated mother just served us noodles. Using this, we can easily remember the names of the 8 planets in the order they placed from the sun. Mine, Mercury, very Venus, educated Earth, Mother Mars, just Jupiter, served Saturn, us Uranus, noodles Neptune. Now you will never forget the names of the 8 planets, isn't it?
Wow, it's so easy. Here are the Hindi names for all the planets. Budh, Shukr, Prithvi, Mangal, Brihaspati, Shani, Arun, Varun. Interesting, right?
Wait, can you hear someone crying? Who's that?
I'm Pluto. I'm no longer a planet. Did you know, friends? When I was discovered in 1930, I was called the 9th planet in our solar system. But I was officially reclassified as a dwarf planet in 2006. And I was the best known dwarf planet. I have 5 moons. My orbit's not circular like those other planets. It takes me nearly 250 years to complete one trip around the sun.
You are right, Pluto. The universe contains unique objects that don't always fit into groups like stars, planets, and galaxies. Dwarf planets is one such object. Dwarf planets are worlds that are too small to become full planets, but too large to fall into smaller groups. It's an object that does not control its region of space, as a planet does, and is also not a satellite.
Dwarf planets are celestial objects that orbit a star, are almost spherical, often have many other large bodies such as comets, asteroids, or other dwarf planets near them. The main difference between a dwarf planet and a planet is its size. They are smaller
and they lack the gravitational force needed to pull in the materials found in the orbits. Each known dwarf planet in our solar system is actually smaller than Earth's moon.
The International Astronomical Union officially recognized 5 dark planets in the solar system: Pluto, Eris, Ceres, Makemake, Haumea. Several dozen more are being considered for a category. Scientists estimate 100 or even 1,000 dwarf planets may exist in the solar system.
Oh, it's so exciting to know about dwarf planets. Then what about exoplanets?
An exoplanet or extrasolar planet is a planet outside the solar system. There are thousands of exoplanets and more numbers are getting added. An exoplanet comes in a wide variety of sizes, from gas giants larger than Jupiter to small rocky planet about as big around as Earth or Mars. They can orbit their stars so tightly that a year lasts only a few days. They can orbit 2 suns at once.
These worlds come in a huge variety of sizes and orbits. Some are gigantic planets hugging close to their parent stars. Some are rocky, others are icy.
Here's an interesting fact for you. The youngest exoplanet discovered is less than 1 million years and it orbits Kukuta 4, a star 420 light years away. Astronomers found the planet is there from an enormous hole in the dusty disk that surrounds the star. The hole is 10 times the size of Earth's orbit around the Sun. Let us see some amazing facts about exoplanets. More than 22% of Sun-like stars have Earth-sized planets in their habitable zone. There could be 1 trillion exoplanets in the Milky Way. There is an exoplanet that has a tail like a comet. Since it is very close to its stars, it leaves a trail of cloud and dust. The smallest exoplanet that has been found is named Kepler 37b. It is smaller than Mercury. Exoplanets orbit any kind of star.
The moon looks so beautiful today. Tell us something more about the moon, friends.
Otherwise known as Luna. It's the only natural satellite of Earth. It was created 4.6 billion years ago. It's the 5th largest moon in our solar system and the second brightest object in the sky after the sun. The moon was first visited by Soviet spacecraft Luna 2 in 1959. Earth's moon is only the place beyond Earth where humans have set foot.
The moon does rotate but only very slowly. The moon orbits the Earth once every 27.322 days. It also takes approximately 27 days for the moon to rotate once on its axis. Scientists call this synchronous rotation. The moon travels around the Earth in an elliptical orbit.
Here are some facts about the moon. The moon is Earth's natural satellite and the 5th largest moon in the solar system. The moon's presence helps stabilize our planet's orbit and moderate our climate. The moon's distance from Earth is 240,000 miles. The moon has a very thin atmosphere called an exosphere. I want to tell you about rotation and revolution. Do you know the Earth spins on its tilted axis? Like this. It takes 24 hours for the Earth to complete one rotation. Rotation causes day and night. The movement
movement of the earth around the sun is revolution. It takes 365 days or 1 year to complete one revolution. Like this. Revolution causes seasons, which are spring, summer, autumn, and winter.
Today I'm going to tell you how a shadow is formed. A shadow is formed when an object blocks the path of the light. Come along with me, I'll show how a shadow is formed. I have taken a ball and a torch. As you can see, a shadow is formed. As I'm taking the ball closer, the shadow is getting bigger. And as I'm taking the ball far away, the shadow is getting shorter. As the moon orbits around the earth once per month, we can see different phases of moon. There are around 29 days between two new moons. It is called the lunar month. Following the night of each full moon, as the moon orbits around earth, we start to see less of the moon lit by the sun. This phase is called a new moon. During the new moon, the side facing earth is dark.
We know that the moon does not have its own light. What we see is the reflection of the sunlight. As the moon keeps moving, it looks different every day. It is called phases of the moon. See the phases of the moon. This is new moon. Waxing crescent, first quarter. Waxing gibbous, full moon. Waning gibbous, third quarter. Waning crescent.
I am going to explain about types of moon. Supermoon, blood moon, blue moon. Supermoon. When the moon appears larger than usual in the night sky, we call it as supermoon. It is on the day when the moon is close to the earth. Blood moon. A blood moon is based on its red glow. The moon doesn't change its shape or color. It appears like that because of its position related to the earth. Blue moon. Have you heard someone saying once a blue moon? It means something rare. A blue moon is special because it is the extra full moon in a season with 4 full moons. This usually only happens every 2.5 years.
Oh, so all of this happens because of the rotation and the revolution of the earth. Let's listen to what our friends have to tell us.
Planets, moons, and other objects constantly move through space. An eclipse happens when one object in space blocks another from view. That means an eclipse involves 3 space objects lining up in a row. Both solar and lunar eclipses involves 3 celestial bodies, the sun, moon, and the earth.
I am going to demonstrate solar eclipse. So this light is the sun, this big ball is the earth, and this small ball is the moon. We all know that the earth rotates and revolves around the sun. Same way the moon revolves around our earth. So when the sun, the earth and the moon come at the same line, the shadow that falls on the earth. So that is known as solar eclipse. It's amazing, right? Now you know that in a solar eclipse, the moon passes between the sun and earth. This prevents the sun's light from reaching the earth. As the moon passes in front of the sun, the moon's shadow sweeps across the earth. A total solar eclipse occurs when the observer is within the umbra, means the moon blocks all of the sunlight. A partial solar eclipse is when the observer is within the penumbra, means the moon only blocks the part of the sun's light. When the moon blocks out the sun's light during an eclipse, we can see a glowing ring surrounding the sun is called corona. Isn't it so interesting?
Today our topic is lunar eclipse. Do you know that the moon does not make any light itself? Instead, the sunlight falls on the moon and gets reflected. Now, as you see here, during a lunar eclipse, the sun, earth and the moon line up in this way as you see the model. Now, since sun is facing the earth, the moon is in the earth's shadow. But the moon does not appear completely dark. Instead, it glows a dim orange or red color. This is because it has some indirect light coming to it to glow. First, this light bounces off the gases surrounding Earth and then hits the moon.
Hello everyone, today I am going to demonstrate the lunar eclipse. These are the models of the sun, earth and moon. We know that the earth revolves around the sun. And the moon revolves around the earth. When the sun, earth and moon form a straight line, the lunar eclipse occurs. The sun's rays is blocked by the earth and the earth's shadow falls on the moon. As you can see, this is the earth's shadow falling on the moon. Isn't this interesting?
Hello everyone. So did you all understand about eclipse?
Oh, I did not understand the actual reason behind the eclipse, that is due to the movement of celestial bodies. I have heard that in India, people believe that angry Rahu swallows the sun and the moon, and that was the cause of eclipse.
Have you heard in Vietnam, legend has its eclipses occur when a giant frog swallows the sun. Its master or hand convinces the frog to spit it out.
Also, Chinese myth and dragons are nearly inseparable. So naturally you have a dragon eating the sun for lunch, and thereby causing the eclipse. And how does the eclipse end? The legend goes that Zogzion, the god of birth, fired arrows at the dragon and forcing it to throw up the sun.
Greek people believed that eclipses were a sign that God were angry with humans. In some places, people used to bang pots and pans during a solar eclipse to scare the demons.
Around the world, people used to believe that during the solar or lunar eclipses, the sun or the moon was being consumed by mythical animals or demons. Most people believe that during a lunar eclipse, a simple cut will not heal properly and scar will be left forever.
There are also a custom linked to eclipse. While many of them have vanished, others still persist in India. People may be very excited to witness an eclipse today, but in the old times it was considered inauspicious. During an eclipse, this may have been more of a precaution than a superstition, as it was feared it could damage the eyes. And while scientists today do not consider stepping out to be harmful, they do advise against looking at the eclipse with naked eyes. Thank you.
Expecting mothers are also advised to not step out during an eclipse, as it is feared that this can damage the baby. Many people do not cook or consume food during an eclipse. In fact, number of people discard cooked food just before this period. It is feared that microorganisms grow on the food during the time of the eclipse. Few people put grass called darba in the food and keep it close to keep it safe to eat. Once the eclipse is over, the people are instructed to take a bath and change into clean clothes to get rid of whatever was there during the time of the eclipse.
During eclipse, there is a change in wavelength and light radiation on Earth's face according to research. The natural blue and ultraviolet radiations become thinner and not enough to protect people. This results in growth of microorganisms in food products, making it unfit to eat. The sperba was used to provide immunity from infection in these times. Researchers also observed the movement of birds and animals during the eclipse. It was found that the behavior of animals and insects changed considerably during the eclipse. More studies are going on and we yet to receive more facts related to it. So all customs and rituals followed during the eclipse cannot completely be called a superstition, isn't it?
I have also heard that during a solar eclipse, puzzled animals that are active during the day head back to their nighttime abodes while nocturnal animals think they're overslept. Some spider species begin to break down their webs during an eclipse, as they typically do at the end of the day. Once the eclipse has passed, they begin to rebuild them again, possibly thinking it's morning again. Similarly, fish and birds that are active during the day head for their nighttime resting places.
Hippos in Zimbabwe were observed leaving their rivers during an eclipse, heading towards their nocturnal feeding grounds on dry land. Midway through their departure, the eclipse passed. Daylight returned, and the hippos aborted their efforts. The animals appeared agitated and stressed following the eclipse for the remainder of the day. Some nocturnal bats appeared, seemingly tricked by the sudden darkness.
All these facts are really interesting. I enjoyed listening to you, friends. Yes, now I understood that it's not just what we see. There is a lot more science behind all these. Because of you, we got to know so much. I'm going to share it with all my friends. Thank you so much. Even I enjoyed listening to you all and being in your planet. It's time for me to go back to my planet. Bye. Bye. Bye.